Hello and welcome to Revsportz, and this is an analysis presented by our tech partner Straight Bat. We had two such videos, one on Smriti Mandhana and Yastika Bhatia. We just compared the sweep shot and where Smriti is going wrong against off spinners, and then we spoke about Jemmy. But before I go into the more technical analysis, Boryada, this Straight Bat has opened up a lot of avenues for cricket analysis and for cricketers themselves.
Yeah, and I loved the videos that Trisha did. Firstly, what is Straight Bat? Let me just, in 2 lines, tell you what Straight Bat is. I mean, for the introduction, Straight Bat is perhaps one of the world's first companies, motion intelligence companies in sport. They decode the movements behind performance and turn them into insights that every fan, analyst, or player can understand and use. That's what Straight Bat is, founded by Gagan Daga. And Gagan and I, we've been talking about it. Trisha got into it and did these videos for you. They are giving us these insights based on detailed research, which we are trying to incorporate and synergize into our coverage in trying to bring you these segments. So clearly, if you are into playing, if you're a fan, you're an analyst, you're an expert, Straight Bat is right up your sleeve.
Absolutely. And today the analysis will be about something that you guys have actually asked us. Boryada, it was the audience, it was the viewers, and thank you for this, that they kept saying that Trisha, do something on Richa Ghosh. And there was an article which I did, and Snehashish and I have spoken about this a number of times, that when Richa Ghosh gets the time to settle down, and in fact, stats prove that when she has come in the first 10 overs, her strike rate, her average actually is more than 70, and her strike rate is also more than 170. But when she has come lower down the order in the death overs, she has actually, in this year in death overs, I think she has just 1 runs in 3 innings or something of that sort. So this is an analysis, and by the way, this is a replica of the actual shot that was played. So this is Richa Ghosh playing the 7th ball in the 17th over versus 11th over. So this is one is from the practice game against England, where Richa had to come before the before the first 10 overs because India lost a number of wickets. And then the other one, which is in the England series, when she was actually being sent in the 15th over. The difference can be clearly visible if Richa, if you look at the one which is in the 11th over, it's a controlled grounded shot and it went to a boundary, because Richa was out there for quite a long time. But when she comes out in the 17th over, she straight up wants to hit the ball and just does not connect. The sweet spot is at 34% for the dismissal and 90% for the, and it will be that good because Richa's bat is good. Richa has immense power. The problem is how much time she has spent in the wicket. A huge thing, and this is not only for Richa Boryada, it is true for a number of elite level batters. But before I continue, I'll give in a little more details. If you look at the bat lift angle also, the one where Richa lost her wicket in the 7th ball that she faced in the 17th over, her bat is coming from the first slip and second slip, but at a 28-degree angle, which means the bat face is closed. But if you look at the one where she hits it to the boundary, it is a 30-degree angle. And I know you will probably think it is too much technical, but the truth is the angle matters, because if it's too close, you are definitely going to edge it. And that is what happened with Richa. And all this because she was sent in at a time. She's generally, the team is sending her around the 16th over, the 15th over. There's no time for her to assess the pitch, the condition, and they then go for her shots.
Yeah, and if you want to kind of analyze with a men's cricket example, I'll give you Rinku Singh. We were trying Rinku Singh as a finisher for far too long. You saw KKR do a change this year round and push Rinku up the order, and you automatically kind of realized how good Rinku is. Yeah. KKR had a really bad start to their campaign, and then Rinku came good with those 2 knocks. One in a tough chase when KKR was half down for 80, and then Rinku won them the game. So this is what Trisha is talking about, that you allow players a bit more time in the middle, and now we can quantifiably prove this point with the help of data that is being provided by straight bat. And that's why this simulation that you are currently seeing on your screen. I'll give you another example, such an example from the Desert Storm match 1998 in the final. Sachin had brilliantly played in that qualifier, and thereafter in the final, in the first 5 overs, he was just not getting bat on ball. He even hit a cut under edge that went for 4, and he was like, not one ball is hitting the sweet spot of the bat. Gave himself time, and then those 2 hits of Michael Kasparowicz, 1 over mid-wicket, and everything came back, 130 plus runs, and India went on to beat Australia and win. So the point that both of us are trying to make here, and this has been part of cricketing understanding for a long time, that you spend a little bit of time in the middle and it starts to hit the middle of the bat. But now you have data to prove it, quantifiable, real data, hard, objective data, and not subjective anymore. So that's the contribution of straight bat, and I think that is what Richa was trying to explain in the case of Richa Ghosh.
Absolutely. And you spoke about men's cricket. In fact, 40% of the time, elite athletes who are coming out in the death over actually barely get it right. If you see the third point in the video, you will see that again. The shots are the replica of the real shots that Richa has hit during the match, and we will keep analyzing these videos. In fact, I love this technological analysis, because that's what I keep doing. That's how I keep irritating Snehashish and Boryada during the match. I keep them entertained, So I'll keep you guys entertained too. By the way, this Richa Ghosh analysis was brought to you by Straight Bat, but on your request. So which player next? Only batters, by the way, because it is clearly straight bat, not straight ball. So you need batters to talk about batters, and let us know which batter should we analyze next. Before that,
not necessarily India, any batter from any.
Yeah, absolutely, any batter from any team, but cricket again. Don't tell us hockey bat and all. So do keep watching Revsportz, like, share, and subscribe, and just keep watching.